In today's world, no one is safe from scams. But if you're over 60, the risk isn't just higher, it's personal. Last year alone, seniors in America lost over $3.4 billion to fraud. That's not a typo. In a single year, scammers drained away the life savings of thousands of older adults, leaving many without a financial safety net when they needed it most. And it's not just about the money. It's about fear, trust, and security. A recent survey revealed that more than half of Americans over 60 admit they are deeply afraid of becoming scam victims. That fear is justified. Today's scammers are more aggressive, more sophisticated, and more manipulative than ever. They don't just target your bank account. They target your trust. They exploit emotions like fear, urgency, and compassion. They use technology that looks real. They tell stories that sound believable. And they know that seniors, often isolated or polite by habit, are less likely to question a convincing voice on the phone or a seemingly official email. The result? For many, a single wrong move can erase decades of careful saving, planning, and sacrifice. This isn't just happening to other people. It's happening every day in every state, every city, every neighborhood. Ordinary seniors, grandparents, neighbors, friends losing homes, retirement funds, and even independence because of a phone call, a fake prize, or a supposed emergency involving a loved one. In this video, we're going to show you exactly how scammers operate, why seniors are targeted so relentlessly, the hidden tricks they use, and most importantly, what you can do to protect yourself and the people you love. Stay with us, because the information you'll hear today could be the one thing standing between you and losing everything you've worked for. Scammers don't just hope to find a vulnerable target, they actively engineer opportunities to find one. And in today's landscape, seniors are in their crosshairs more than ever. The reasons are both obvious and chilling. Older adults tend to have more accumulated wealth, retirement savings, pensions, paid-off homes. At the same time, many seniors are managing health issues, living alone, or experiencing cognitive changes that subtly weaken their defenses. That combination, resources without constant protection, makes seniors a prime target. But there's more to it than just money and circumstance. Scammers understand psychology. They know that many older adults grew up in a time when politeness was expected, authority was trusted, and helping a stranger was second nature. They exploit these values, turning traits like kindness, respect, and generosity into liabilities. And technology has made it easier. Phone scams, fake emails, fraudulent text messages, even spoofed caller IDs that look like real institutions, scammers now create entire digital identities that seem legitimate. They prey on confusion, urgency, and fear, using tactics designed to make questioning them feel rude, suspicious, or dangerous. Here's how it works. You receive a call from someone claiming to be your bank, warning of fraudulent charges. A friendly Medicare representative calls, offering free services if you just confirm your information. A voice trembling with emotion tells you your grandson is in trouble and needs bail money immediately. In each case, the goal is the same: bypass your logic by triggering emotion. Fear, love, urgency, embarrassment. Once you react emotionally, you're less likely to verify the facts and more likely to comply. And scammers are getting results. In just the past year, seniors reported millions of incidents where a scammer either successfully stole funds or obtained enough personal information to attempt identity theft later. And because many scams go unreported due to shame, confusion, or lack of awareness, the true numbers are likely even higher. Age itself is not the problem. It's the environment, a world where technology outpaces trust and where isolation can turn a cautious person into an easier mark. Many seniors simply don't have anyone regularly checking in, reviewing suspicious mail, or double-checking strange calls. And scammers know it. There's also a growing trend of hybrid scams, schemes that blend emotional manipulation with official-looking documents, fake websites, and even live customer service numbers. These operations can look so real that even younger, tech-savvy individuals have been fooled. For seniors who may not be as familiar with modern digital risks, the danger is exponentially greater. The message scammers send is simple but devastating. You can't afford to wait. You must act now. Trust me. And too often, that urgency overrides years of wisdom and caution. If you believe you're immune because you're careful, smart, or experienced, think again. Scammers count on your confidence. They use it to lower your guard. The smarter you think you are, the more subtle they become. Fighting back starts with understanding their tactics and recognizing that anyone can be vulnerable under the right circumstances. Scammers aren't winning because seniors are naive. They're winning because they've perfected the art of manipulating human emotion under pressure. In the next part, we'll break down the most common traps scammers use and the hidden tricks behind them that most people never see coming. Scams today don't just rely on one trick, they adapt constantly. But among the flood of schemes, several common traps keep surfacing, each designed to hit emotional weak points fast and hard. Recognizing them is the first step to staying safe. First, the emergency scam. You get a call late at night. A young voice, panicked, says, "Grandma, it's me. I'm in trouble. I need money, but please don't tell Mom and Dad." The details are vague but urgent. A supposed lawyer or officer may get on the line to explain where to send bail money. The trick here is emotional hijacking. They count on your instinct to protect your family, overriding your logic. You're pushed into immediate action, without verification, without thinking. Red flag. Any urgent request for money involving secrecy. Defense. Always verify independently, call the family member directly, or contact another trusted person. Second, the government or authority scam. A voice claims to be from Medicare, Social Security, or even the IRS. They warn of account suspensions, unpaid taxes, or new benefits that require immediate action. The caller sounds official. The tone is serious. Sometimes, caller ID even appears legitimate. This is about fear and authority. Scammers know many seniors trust official institutions and fear jeopardizing their benefits. They weaponize that trust by demanding quick confirmation of personal information. Red flag. Government agencies never call demanding immediate action or personal data over the phone. Defense. Hang up and contact the agency through an official, verified number. Third, the tech support scam. Your computer freezes, flashing a warning. Virus detected. Call support immediately. You call the number, and a technician tells you your device has been compromised. They offer to fix it remotely for a fee and often convince you to give access to your device. This plays on fear of technology. Many seniors feel less confident handling tech issues and fear their devices are vulnerable. Scammers exploit that fear, creating fake problems to sell fake solutions, or worse, to install malware themselves. Red flag. Pop-up warnings urging immediate calls to unfamiliar numbers. Defense. Never call numbers from pop-up ads. Contact your trusted tech provider directly. Fourth, the prize or lottery scam. You receive a call, email, or letter claiming you've won a prize, a sweepstakes, a lottery, a vacation. But before you can claim it, you need to pay taxes, verify your identity, or cover shipping costs. The bait here is greed, but not in a cynical way. Seniors, often living on fixed incomes, may see an unexpected prize as a blessing. Scammers frame it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if you act fast. Red flag. You're asked to pay money up front to receive winnings. Defense. Remember, real prizes don't ask for payment before delivery. Why these tricks work so well? It's not because victims are uninformed or careless. It's because these scams hit basic human emotions: love, fear, authority, hope. They create pressure and urgency, forcing decisions before you have time to think clearly. Scammers don't ask for time. They demand immediate answers. They discourage you from consulting anyone else. They tell you it's urgent, secret, or exclusive. That's your biggest warning sign. Any legitimate institution, company, or family member would never mind if you took a moment to verify their claims. Take a breath. Verify. Ask questions. If someone pressures you to act faster than you're comfortable with, it's probably not someone you should trust. In the next part, we'll see the real cost of falling for just one scam, and how one phone call cost a woman her entire future. When people hear about scams, they often imagine small losses, maybe a few $100s, maybe a canceled credit card. But for many seniors, the cost isn't small at all. It's devastating. Take the case of Margaret. a 77-year-old widow living comfortably in the home she and her late husband bought 40 years ago. She had no mortgage, a modest pension, and enough savings to feel secure. She wasn't wealthy by any means, but she had built a life of independence and stability. One afternoon, Margaret received a phone call. The voice on the other end claimed to be from her bank's fraud department. They told her that suspicious activity had been detected on her account, large wire transfers she hadn't authorized. The caller sounded professional, calm, patient. They gave her a case number, instructed her not to discuss the call with anyone to avoid compromising the investigation, and told her the only way to protect her funds was to transfer them to a secure holding account temporarily. Margaret hesitated. She asked questions. The caller had answers. He knew the name of her local bank branch. He referred to recent legitimate charges Margaret had made, likely information pulled from earlier phishing attempts. Margaret agreed to follow the instructions. Over the next 3 days, she wired nearly all of her savings, hundreds of thousands of dollars, to accounts she believed were protecting her assets. By the time her real bank flagged the unusual activity and contacted her, the money was gone. Irretrievable. The accounts she wired to had been emptied and closed within hours of each transfer. Margaret lost everything. Her retirement cushion, her emergency fund, even the money she had saved for home repairs and medical expenses. Within 6 months, unable to cover her property taxes and living expenses, she was forced to sell her home. All because of one convincing phone call. Margaret's story is tragic, but it's not unique. Thousands of seniors fall victim to similar schemes every year. And once the money is gone, the damage isn't just financial. It's emotional, psychological, even physical. Victims often experience severe shame, depression, and a loss of trust, not just in strangers, but in their own judgment. Many withdraw socially, afraid to admit what happened. Some, like Margaret, lose not just money, but homes, independence, and the sense of security they spent decades building. And the predators who orchestrate these scams? They count on these reactions. They know victims are unlikely to report the crime. They know the clock is ticking once money moves. And they know that institutions, even when sympathetic, can do little to reverse the damage once it's done. The real cost of a scam isn't measured only in dollars. It's measured in lost years, lost dignity, and lost peace of mind. Margaret now lives with her daughter and son-in-law. She's safe, cared for, but she mourns the life she lost. Not just the home, but the independence that defined her identity. And all it took was 3 days of trust in the wrong voice. It's a sobering reminder. No matter how strong, smart, or cautious you are, no one is immune. Because scams don't steal just money. They steal futures. In the next part, we'll break down how you can spot the warning signs early, before a scammer gets close enough to cause real damage. You don't need special training to spot a scam. You just need to know what signs to look for, and trust yourself enough to act when you see them. Here's a practical guide to recognizing a scam before it costs you. 1. Pressure to act immediately. Scammers push urgency above all else. They want you to believe that if you don't act now, you'll lose everything. Your money, your benefits, your freedom. Red flags. You must send money now or face arrest. This offer expires in 10 minutes. If you tell anyone, you could jeopardize the case. What to do? Take a step back. No real institution will ever rush you into a decision. If someone demands immediate action, hang up. 2. Request for secrecy. If you're asked to keep a conversation secret, especially involving money, it's almost always a scam. Red flags. Don't tell anyone. It could interfere with the investigation. This must stay between us. What to do? Tell someone you trust. Scams thrive in silence. A second opinion can save you from a first mistake. 3. Request for unusual payment methods. No legitimate organization will ask you to send payment through gift cards, wire transfers, cryptocurrency, or prepaid debit cards. Red flags. Go buy gift cards and read the numbers over the phone. Send a wire transfer to a secure account. Pay us in Bitcoin. What to do? Refuse and report the request immediately. If it sounds strange, it is strange. 4. Too good to be true offers. Winning a prize in a contest you didn't enter? Getting a grant you never applied for? Being offered a miraculous return on a small investment? Red flags. You've won. Just pay taxes first. Double your money overnight. Guaranteed no-risk investment. What to do? Walk away. Legitimate prizes never require upfront payments, and legitimate investments always carry some risk. 5. Poor grammar, spelling errors, and odd language. Professional organizations use professional communication. Sloppy grammar, awkward phrasing, and spelling mistakes are common indicators of scams. Red flags. Emails or texts that don't sound natural. Incorrect company names or website links that look slightly off. What to do? Delete suspicious messages. Never click links or open attachments from unknown sources. 6. Caller ID and email spoofing. Just because a call appears to be from your bank or an email looks official doesn't mean it is. Red flags. Caller ID displays your bank's number, but the caller asks for sensitive information. Emails that look almost right but have slight variations in addresses. What to do? Never trust caller ID alone. If you're unsure, hang up and call the institution using an official number you know. The one question that can save you. When faced with any suspicious request, ask yourself, if I do nothing right now, what's the worst that can happen? If the only consequence is a missed opportunity, it's likely a scam. If it's truly urgent and real, the institution will contact you again properly, officially, and without rushing you. Building your defense. 3 simple habits. Slow down. Give yourself permission to think. Scammers fear hesitation. Talk about it. If something feels strange, mention it to a family member or friend, even if you think it might be nothing. Verify everything. Call your bank, your doctor, or any involved party directly using a verified number, not one provided by the caller. Scammers win when you feel rushed, isolated, and uncertain. You win by staying calm, connected, and cautious. In the final part, we'll bring it all together, because protecting yourself isn't just about avoiding scams. It's about protecting your independence, your peace of mind, and your future. Financial scams targeting seniors aren't random. They're deliberate, calculated, and relentless. But they can be stopped, not by fear, but by preparation. Today you've seen the real risks. The billions stolen each year. The methods scammers use to break through caution. The devastating cost of a single mistake. You've also seen the defenses. Recognizing urgency and secrecy for what they're, red flags. Refusing unusual payment requests. Trusting your instincts when something doesn't feel right. Your awareness is your shield. Your willingness to question, verify, and talk about concerns openly is your best weapon. Because scammers don't just steal money. They steal time, security, independence, the things that matter most after 60. And with just a little vigilance, you can take all of that power back. Now we want to hear from you. Have you ever been targeted by a scam or caught one before it was too late? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could help someone else stay safe. If you found this video helpful, share it with friends or family members who might also be at risk. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-world advice on protecting your health, finances, and independence. Stay sharp, stay strong, stay ahead.